Hello, welcome to Bad at Board Games.
Well, he's bad at board games.
I'm Brad Lake.
I'm Toph Ferguson.
And we're bad at board games, so you don't have to be. Today, we're going to be talking about something.
Our top 100 games of all time.
Oh my God, really?
Well, maybe not all 100 right now, but today we are continuing our list going from number 40 to number 31.
It's getting tougher. These are the ones that are like, I want it to be higher, but there's other games I like better. It's getting it's from here on up to number one. It's like,
These are some good games, y'all. And almost all of these could fall into any slot. Almost.
Yeah. I mean, at least in the top 20, like, I don't know, it's like 40 to 20. I find like that's
Close.
tough. And then the 20 to 10 is tough. And then
Top 10. We'll get there soon.
Yes. Hopefully you stick around for the ride. Stick around for this one so you can hear a little bit more in depth as we get closer. We're going to talk more about these games. And at the end of this one, we'll be at 41.
31.
31. 31. Oh,
You're bad at numbers.
We are moving. We are moving. So, yeah, there's some good games in this one.
Yeah.
Stick around.
Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and kick it off if that's okay with you.
That would be awesome.
Excellent. So my number 40 of all times is probably the first game that made me want to cry. And I have since learned a little bit more on how to play this game, but our first playthrough, just the two of us, was rough. It was so rough that we immediately did a first impressions video and forgot to hit record. Yeah. That's how rough it was on our brain. Number 40 for me is Barrage. It's fantastic. I'm surprised it's this high, and I think the reason it is 40 on my list and not lower on my list is because I want to play this a lot more, and I need to play this a lot more in order to be able to kind of continue to understand how to play the game. A lot is going on with this game, but it's a great everything about it. Rondel, building up your engine, your tableau.
The Wheel of Pain, as I've named it.
It is.
I've nicknamed it the Wheel of Pain. You think you come into this game like, this is easy to learn. Yeah. And then you start playing, and you're like, oh, I got all these workers and all this stuff. And then it all disappears. It's like, why is it so hard? You're thinking like, I've got all these little guys. I'm going to move them around. And they all disappear into the Wheel of Death.
Quick, fast, and in a hurry, too. Yeah. It's a mind.
Yeah.
It's a challenge.
It's
a brain burner.
Easier at 3, and I want to play it at 4. Mm-hmm. Playing it at 2 is like playing a game of chess. Yeah. Like you really sit there and like, where's all these options? It's too much. When you have 3 players, it starts to options are taken away from you because after the first round, you have more, like every round things get like you have less and less and less. So your options are just not there. But and I know people say this is take that. I can see that, but I think it's just that's how the game plays. Yeah, and I think it's also who you play it with. But you're going to try to always get the water to move towards you. Yes, but there are sometimes I feel like I can see where somebody would say, instead of taking what's best for me, I'm going to block what's better for you. Mm. And that, there has to be a little bit of take that because you have to move water. You have to break channels to make them benefit you better. But, depending on who you play with, I think this is easily a game that you don't have to get into that if you're not a very take that gamer, which I am not. And so I love it. It's so good. They've done a fantastic job of designing it. I found something out recently about this. The expansion is actually how the game was designed. So the 5-player or I can't remember which expansion it is, but it was the first expansion. I'll have to go look at it. But the game was designed with that, like in entirety. So it wasn't an add-on. It's not unbalanced. Mm-hmm. And so now it makes me want to go get that expansion just to be able to play, because it's got, I think, some more maps and a few things, but it was designed that way. So I think one of the things I don't like about expansions is they're money grabs is the reality of it. But this game was actually designed that way, and then they honed it down to be like, okay, this will be what we offer first, And then you can have the expansion.
Or maybe they did that to make it more manageable for some people to play. We've got a few games like that where the game is designed to play one way, and then all of a sudden I think they realize it's almost too much. So let's break some of it into an expansion and then play the other. I'm glad you said that, because now I want you to go buy that expansion so we can play
which we'll probably do.
Excellent. So that is my number 40, Barrage.
Barrage from Cranio Creations, and it's another
designer we
like.
Or not,
another
publisher.
Company that we
like.
We really enjoy.
Yeah, Cranio has good games.
And then this one is I'm more and more a fanboy of all the time. And if you saw a review of this, you would get like, that I would have thought it's higher. It's only at this position because as I play it more, I think it's going to move closer to 1.
Oh, is this? Yeah.
Tiletum, Tilitum. We've had a lot of people give us different pronunciations. I say Tiletum, so whatever.
I say Tiletum, so it is what it is.
Yeah. So this is a very, very good Euro game. It just is, and it's got dice selection, and it's got its own rondel, and it takes some things of the T series and reduces the weight of it. Right. This is like a 3.5.
Yeah.
Which makes it's not quite as accessible as Castles of Burgundy, but it's real close. Now it's fiddly to set up as all get out. And you can watch my video and see all the bags that I dump out trying to set this thing up. But getting past that, the game is not brutal in its teach. Mm-hmm. You know, it's just one of those easy to learn, hard to master kind of games. And I like Tiletum, and I keep begging Board and Dice to let me do more stuff.
This is another game that Brad and I actually had in our carts, buying it at the same time, not realizing the other was buying it. And mine, I forget if my order was delayed because I had a pre-order or something like that, but I was able to change my order when you said it. And as soon as we played it, which I had already changed my order with Miniature Market or whoever it was, I took it off the list. I was like, Brad's got it. We're good. We don't need to buy the same games. It'll be fine. And we played it, and I said, why the hell did I take that off my list? I like this game enough that I want to have a copy of it as well in my collection.
Yeah. Then we talked about Tekenu like on the last list.
Yeah.
Where I was like, I don't care if he owns it. I want to own it too.
Yeah. This, I'm learning I like Tashini's games.
Yeah.
And Luciani's, they both designed this, but Daniel.
It's a nice game.
Yeah.
Tiletum, if I didn't say it enough. That is my number 40.
Yes. Good game. My number 39 is a game that Brad and I play and are quite evenly matched on. Fantastic 2-player game, kind of chess-like. And I brought my copy. I know Brad's got a cooler designed copy, but that is Hive. This was a fun find.
Yeah, that was my number 10 last year.
Yeah. I found this used at a local used books, board games, music store, and I took a chance on it because I had heard some people like it. And Brad and I immediately were like, we're playing this. And we did. We played this kind of ending the night for so long when we would have game nights.
Oh, we got 5 minutes. Let's play 3. I mean, and we would always go more than 5 minutes, but you can play this like best out of 3, best out of 5,
Yeah. Hive, I think we both have the expansions added in. Yours came with at least a couple of the expansions. I've added into it. Mine is the colorful older version. They both play the same pocket edition, whatever edition you get. I think this is one to add to your collection if you like 2-player games akin to, some would say, chess, but much shorter and still quite thinky.
You can play this in 5 to 10 minutes a round, and then you're going to want to play best out of 3.
Yeah.
It's something like that, right? So.
Yeah,
I would have never bought this if it hadn't been for him. And as soon as I played it, it was like, I have to own this.
Yeah. You might have ordered like that night.
Right after we played, probably. Like it was like, it was an immediate buy for me.
Yeah. It feels good. The tiles.
Yeah, you got the nice chunky tiles.
Yeah. So many things I absolutely love about this game. So Hive, that's my recommendation to you today. Pick up a nice little filler game. Yep. My number 39.
Great price for the experience that you're getting.
Oh, well worth it. Even if you buy full price, like from their website. Fantastic.
And then this one I would say is, usually if you watch my ratings, a value of 1 to 5, this is a value of 10 on a 5 rating. Super Mega Lucky Box. So it's gamers bingo for 15 or $12 or 10 sometimes on sale. So this is what do I compare this to?
You call it gamers bingo.
I know, but there's another game, and now I'm forgetting which one it is where you chain things. Oh, Hadrian's Wall.
Oh, how'd you forget about that one?
Yeah, well, but I used to compare it. So this
Any
is
of your rolling rights.
But this is one of those where you get the numbers, you get a tic-tac-toe, and getting a tictac-toe gives you another number, and then it allows you to then place that number on a different board because you get like 3 or 4 of them at a time, and so you can chain some, and like it's really great when you get like, oh, I got a tic-tac-toe there, and it gave me a number, and I got a tic-tac-toe here, and it gave me another number, and I got a tic-tac-toe there, and it gave me another number, like. And then you're filling up these cards and you have like 4 rounds and you total the points from each round. And it's fun. It's cheap. I mean, I don't like every game right, but you're going to see another game right one here. And so you just kind of have to watch out for what they have because they're not all kid games. Mm-mm. And so there's fun in this. There's some complexity. It's a filler game. It's another one of these you can play 2 or 3 times because you want to do the best out of 3 or something. Mm-hmm. But
our gaming group ate this up, and we played a lot of this
I've played this probably 50 times. Yeah. If not, I'm close. I got it. It's one of my most played games.
I would say last year, your most played game was Marvel Champions, hands down.
No, I didn't have Marvel Champions then. You're mixing up.
Well, that's this last year.
Oh, yeah. This last year? Oh, yeah.
But before that, this I'm sure was probably.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Without a doubt. Mm-hmm. So I could play this with anybody. Kids to grandma. That's how I explain it.
So much so that you've bought additional copies of it.
Yes. I have more than one of these. So Super Mega Lucky Box, you may laugh at me, but it's a great game.
I'm not laughing at you. It's fun. It's a good one. It's a good one.
That is my what?
That was your 39, I think.
That's my 39, Super Mega Lucky Box.
Excellent. My number 38 is another thinky game, and that is Sky Mines. This did not rank higher on my list of games, and I think I understand, not that I understand all the reasons why, this did not click for me quite like some of the other games that we have compared this to. Watch our review, you'll understand what we mean about this, but this is great. Like, it's a little on the long side for me. I feel like, Brad and I both have these games where if it was just a little shorter, it would be so much higher in our rankings. This I ranked high, but it's not as high on my list solely because it does take, I think, a little too long to play.
Yeah, it says 75 to 150 minutes.
That's not true.
Yeah, it was not true. But it went, like, for me, I think it took us like 3 hours with the teach. But it didn't feel like that. I don't know what it was about this game, but I'm like, what time is it? Oh my God. Like when we finished, and for me, it went like that.
Yeah. This is definitely going to be something that's going to stay on our list that we're going to be playing for quite some time. It's great. It's a great game. I love how they did the action selection aspect of your board. So you're drawing these cards, and those cards are allowing you to be able to make plays, and then you have to discard them in a way that kind of sets you up to not play the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. And that was very strategic in their aspect of building this game and making this different than some other games similar to it.
And it is a refreshed version of Mombasa. And so if you've played Mombasa, you don't necessarily need this. If you like space theme, then get space theme Mombasa. But it
makes me want to go play Mombasa because I've not played that yet.
It's the same.
I know, but
yeah, it's a but that's why Mombasa's been around forever. And I'm glad they came out with this so that I could have that in a cheaper, newer box
and a theme that you prefer.
Yeah, I like the theme.
Yeah. So Alexander Pfister, great games. Thank you for all the work that you have done to make us buy your games and add them to our shelves.
Like crack cocaine.
So Sky Mines is my number 38.
38. So my number 38 is Heartfelt, and played this with my kids when they were younger. And it's actually another Games Right game, and it's called Gubs. I don't even know if you can get this anymore. This is a fun trick-taking game where you're trying to collect these cute little gubbies, and throw spears at other people's guppies.
Great kids game right there.
My kids love it.
I can see why.
This is a great little family game. I guarantee you I could bring it out with our gaming group and we would love it. It's fun. It's just a fun game. I don't care what age you are. You could probably enjoy this if you like quirky little things and, some powers that you're going to get and a little bit of take that and then set collection along with it. So
I have not played it yet. At some point, I need to.
Yeah, we probably just should. Just like I said, we'll probably sit around and laugh and be like, "Why'd you kill my glub?" Not glub, but Gubs. It is a game of wit and luck. So
we need to pull it out of gaming group.
That's what it says on the box.
Take it upstairs. Leave it upstairs just so that we remember.
All right, we'll do that.
Awesome. My number 37, we do not own. Somebody in our gaming group does own, and it was one of the most fun gaming experiences I've had for a while, and that is Shadows over Camelot.
I died so soon.
He did.
I was trying to help everybody out. No, I'll do that, and I'll do that. Oh, wait a minute. You don't get to heal in this game.
No. No. Yes.
And dead.
You can tell the difference between I'm not a war gamer and I was conservative with my life points. This war gamer over here was just like, yeah, I'll spend my life to do this, and I'm out of the game.
I was expecting at some point there would be cards that would allow me to heal. There were not.
They were not. If there are in the game, we didn't see them. So we had a lot of fun with it. It's I was a trader, and I do not necessarily enjoy playing a trader role. But man, it was fun. It was a lot of fun. Going to the different areas, having the different challenges to complete it without even having a trader mechanic in the game. It was still a fantastically fun game, and I can see why people love it. I'm so glad Derek brought it to the gaming group and we played it. Honestly, probably one of the most fun gaming experiences I've had for quite a while. I loved it. Yeah. So
I might have enjoyed it more if I had lived longer, but it's on my list.
And you know what?
And I didn't live long. I mean, that's how good of a game it is.
The fact that Aisha and you both got out of the game pretty early on, and you guys sleeved Marvel Champions at the table, rooting the rest of us on, like engaging with us, I think is telling about a game that even with player elimination, it was still fun to kind of sit around and play.
Yeah. And unfortunately, it's like $300 and some on the used market. So
I don't think it's worth that.
Don't own it. He doesn't own it.
Derek
got it. Derek got it when it was, regular retail price. So just be aware of that. If you get a chance to play it, I recommend it because you may not get a chance to play it again.
That's a good point. Yeah, I don't know if they're going to reprint the game.
Probably one they should.
I think they should.
Yeah.
It's great.
As they continue to reprint some of these old ones, it's like that one should come back around.
Yeah.
So the next one is another one that I like a lot because of me and my sons like it a lot. Now, I can't recommend this. Toph did not like this game. It didn't make his top 100. And it's probably, I think it might be the lowest ranked game on my list on BGG even. So
I have a guess what it is. Yeah.
It's Godforge. So we like the artwork. We won this game at, what's the?
Recon.
It's called Recon. It's here in Kernersville, North Carolina. Won this game, played it, really enjoyed it. And this is not a 2-player game. It's definitely a 3-player game, sometimes 4, and it plays up to 4. I backed the newest Kickstarter they just had to get some more cards because we want more flexibility in this game. I want more. But you're always battling to the right. It's a battle game. You never get to pick who you're battling. You're always battling the guy to your left, I'm sorry. And then you're defending to the person on your right. So you're trying to get cards out that have shields to defend against the guy to your right and then attack the guy on your left. And you can steamroll, but part of it is there's a fun to it. And it doesn't take a lot of time to play it. And we just sit there and we enjoy it. We just really do. And enjoy the different characters and the monsters and the abilities that they have and trying to get those dice you roll a bunch of dice, you get to change dice with certain things. And I cannot recommend it for you, but I can recommend if you get a chance, try it.
Yeah, it fell flat for me. It's not my style game, so I'm not surprised that it fell flat for me. But, I played it. I will say the artwork is amazing. Mm-hmm. Like, it looks beautiful, and they have some interesting mechanics in it. The dice is a good implementation. Like they did a good job with things. It's just not my game.
Yeah. And if I didn't say the name, it's God's Forge for those listening in audio.
Yes.
That's my number 37.
God's Forge. My number 1,842. So actually, it's not that. It's 1,700 and something. So my number 36 is a great game. And I finally got to solo it. So that is a good aspect of it as well. But I don't own it. Brad owns it. Sierra owns it. Several other friends own it. And that is Everdell. A cute game. I don't get into the artwork quite so much. I know a lot of people talk about this as being such beautiful artwork. It is good. It's cute. It's brutal. Like if you want it to play brutal, it's not really a take that game. It's a card driven engine building game.
Well, there's a mechanic in this. That's for sure. And with the chaining and everything.
Yes. And, you know, it's worker placement. I don't even think of this as worker placement so much because I am solely focused on what I'm building out in my Tableau to try to build the best engine. Now, the worker placement comes into, can you get the resources to be able to afford the cards that you want to buy? But I love the engine building aspect of this game. And I see what you say, the chaining of how you can, you know, build your engine out and get the cards to do what you need them to do.
Ara can chain the heck out of this. She's tough to beat in this game.
Yeah, we played it. I think I've only played Aura once in this game, and I think I won. But I think that was in like the beginning when we taught. I think I taught you guys how to play it, and I won. Yeah. And then I don't know if I've played it since, but I guarantee you, Aura probably would destroy me.
Yeah, she's when she latches onto a game, she gets all in. But she loved the art. This is another one where I'll keep talking about. If you want to get somebody into board gaming, find the theme, and it may not be for you, but like we got
cute little animals that rip your heads off.
What's the Three Kingdom game? What's the game I just bought?
Oh,
it's upstairs. Redo. I can't remember. Yeah, I just posted it on the community site. But like she's interested in that story. That's a 4.0 heavyweight game. And then she wants Obsession. She's going to buy that. Like themes get people into crunchy games. And I asked her about Obsession before. And she's like, no, but then she went and looking to try to find themes that she liked. And then she said, what about Obsession? I'm like, yeah, I've mentioned that before. But now she's trying to find some games that the theme fits her and she will understand it along with the mechanic.
Yeah.
So, and this one was one of those, like, it was just really cute. So she dove into this 100% because of the artwork.
Ara's an interesting person. She's this cute, bubbly little
not innocent
woman that just will rip your head off in a game once she knows how to play it. Like, and she smiles the whole way through. I love it. Like, yeah, I want to play Castles of Burgundy with her because I'm ready just to like cry at how she'll destroy me. I know she will.
I don't know. You do really well at Castles of Burgundy.
Well, I mean, that's my style game. Like that is, but at the same time, I know that she has gotten. Yeah, I know. I want to see how it's going to go, and I have a feeling either it's going to be close or I'm going to get destroyed, or maybe she'll get destroyed. I don't know, one way or another. But
yep. That's your number what?
That was mine. My number 35. No, my number 36. Everdell.
Okay, so Everdell is your number 36.
Yes.
So my number 36 is Toph's. I think I got this for you for your birthday.
You may have. Is it? I think I know what it is. Yes.
Anno 1800. There's a lot of chits in this.
There's a lot.
You got to stack up everything. So the setup is fun. But once you get the setup, I don't know how to explain it. I mean, I know this is a video game. I like the board game. This is really all I can say. It's, you're continuing to evolve and generate your Tableau and upgrade and upgrade and upgrade. And you get to do more and more and more as you do it. And we played it and had a really nice time. It was just kind of one of those like, wow, this is a nice game.
Yeah.
I think Euro gamers really like this game. Outside of that, maybe not so much, and it doesn't get a whole bunch of hype. But this is a solid game. It really is if you're willing to like sit down there and learn it. And I think I watched John Gets Games to learn it. It hit that one. This is another one where the rules written.
See, I didn't.
Did you think it was okay?
I thought it was fine. Yeah, okay. I did actually go back. He sent me John Gets Games video, said, "Hey, watch this." But by that point in time, I'd read through the rules, and I felt
so you're all good.
I felt between the two it was perfectly fine. I do not know what this video game is because I don't I'm not a video gamer. I don't know video games at all. And so I had no idea going into this game what it was, other than it's a solid Euro game that people have talked about. It's the engine building. Again, your ability to upgrade, build a better engine, and then start chaining things together. It's what Brad loves to do. I think all of us enjoy that aspect. It's solid. Thank you for buying it for my birthday.
Yeah, I like it. I can recommend it. So we haven't done a review on this one, but it's trying to get reviews done.
Yeah, and it honestly, the reason why I think it hasn't hit the table more is because of the setup. It just takes forever. There's no box organization. It's 1,000 chits. It's worth it. It's completely worth it. But I'm going to buy a box.
Now that it's dropped in price.
Okay.
I would say, I think new, it was like in the 75. It's not a $75 game.
I don't think
it's more, 50. I don't know where it is landed right now, but it's probably right now. It's a good price if you're interested in it.
Yeah, I'm definitely either going to make or buy a box insert. There's a box insert I want, but it's just expensive. More expensive than the game itself. And so I'm not willing to buy that. But I think that will help us get it to the table. Yeah. Because once we do, I think we'll play a lot. So.
Yep.
Excellent.
So that's my number 36, Anno 1800.
My number 35 was actually I think it was the first game that I ever played with Brad. It was at a gaming group. I was so hesitant to come to the group because I am an introvert like none other. And I showed up and we had a blast playing this game. And that is The Hunger. Richard Garfield did a great job making this game. Deck builder with a theme that I love, kind of get into that horror theme, and also the funny aspects of the theme of how they've made it work with the more blood you drink, the slower you get. Yeah. Like there's a little bit of humor. Like I'm getting fat on all this blood and do I want to get another human? Do I want to get a vampire? What do I want to do to build my deck to add into it? The racing aspect of getting out and getting back in time, not only before your other players, but before the sun comes up, push your luck. It's fun. And maybe it's nostalgia because we played it as the first game I played with y'all, and we played a lot of this in the beginning, but I really enjoy this game a lot.
It's a good game. I don't think it's nostalgia. I think it's just a good game.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Watch our reviews. Yeah. We've talked about this quite a bit on the channel, and we've done, I don't know if we have done a playthrough of this.
This is one of the first games I talked about on the channel, and it looked really bad. So, but as you go back, like I've been watching some of our older stuff, and like it's so much better now. I'm sorry about when I thought it was good, but it's.
And you may be sitting here thinking that you guys are terrible.
Yeah, we might still be terrible, but go watch this review. And like when we had just moved down here in the basement, the sound, like I'm like, man, it just is horrible. It's so much better now.
Much better. Much better than being in your dining room.
Thank you for being here. Almost 2,000 subscribers. All of you who have made it this far. You're amazing.
Those of you from the very beginning, we thank you very much for growing with us.
So that's your number.
Here's my number 35, The Hunger.
The Hunger by Richard Garfield. My 35 is another one of Toph's, and Ashby taught me this wrong, and I hated it when we first played it and come to find out because he taught us wrong. I'm like, this is ridiculous. There's no way you can win this game. This is horrible.
I'm glad, before he pulls this up, I'm so glad that the night that we played this was the first night I think our gaming group split into two groups, and I played the other game.
Yeah. So Spirit Island is a great game when you play it right. Ashby had always been playing it solo, so he didn't increase I forget what the little plague or whatever they are. Like you're supposed to be able to get more. I'm like, how are you going to win this game in 5? And you can't when you have 3 people and you only use the single player rules. When we played it with 3 of us, I enjoyed the chaining. I enjoyed that. And we I don't know, we do well, the 3, Ashby, Toph, and I, at co-op games. Yeah. Some people don't work well together, but we work well together in co-op games, and that made this a lot of fun. I immediately changed my mind on this game after we played it with the right rules.
Yeah, thank you, Ashby. I did not play the time with incorrect rules. Like I said, I was playing Wingspan. It was actually my first time playing Wingspan. And I remember hearing Brad in the other room not happy at all. And then when they finished, they came in, we were playing our second game of Wingspan because it played a little bit quicker. And he just sat down and was just like, you're going to hate it. You're going to hate this game. You're going to hate this game. And I don't, in case you're curious.
We play with the right rules. Changes. Things change. So.
I'm glad it's on your list because I love this game.
This is a great game. This was completely changed my opinion on it. Like, it's not a looker. It just isn't. But the mechanics and how you play and doing all that, and I don't care about the Imperial theme. I'm sorry. But, like, I think it's cool that you're these spirits and you're trying to get rid of people on the island.
Yeah, you're defending the island from the attackers coming in.
So Spirit Island is my number 35.
Great game. I support that. My number 34 is a game that I was hesitant to buy because I really thought Brad would hate it. And I wanted it.
That shouldn't keep you from buying a game.
Well, yeah, but you and I primarily, if I'm going to play a game, it's probably going to be with you.
True.
And so,
because I'm the best.
Right. Founder of Bad at Board Games. If we're not going to play it, then why am I adding that to my collection? Was my thought.
Yeah, if you're not, I get it.
So there's a lot of hype. I've seen a lot of people talk about it, and I was just like, I want that game. I want to just see what it is. And I caught a fantastic deal on it, which is why I own it. And that is Orleans. It's good. It's not at all what I thought it was going to be, and I'm glad for that because that meant, I think, it brought into the category that Brad liked it. And up till this, Brad was like, I don't like bag builders. I don't like bag builders. And it turns out you do. You have enjoyed some. You have not enjoyed others. Yeah. But, moving around the board, I don't find that as exciting, as I do pretty much every other aspect of it. Building out your tableau, getting your points through that tableau, building out your bag, developing on the different tracks, all of those for me, because I am more of an engine builder type person, really make this a game that I enjoy a lot. And yes, you've got the luck of the draw within your bag, but at the same time, just like any deck builder or anything else, I like tactical play. So I'm going to take what I've got and I'm going to use the abilities that I have to be able to make it work for me as best as possible. And that's what this game, I think, does well. And that's, I don't think I understand the map side of it. Moving around the map and getting the tiles that way hasn't been something that I have found to work. When we played this, I think you mentioned this when you when you hit it on your list. We played it, and I think the first game I destroyed Brad, and then the second game we immediately played it again. We're like, let's do it, and Brad destroyed me. And so I think it's going to be a giving pull game for the two of us to play, but it's lighter weight, so I'm willing to introduce this to people who may not be avid board gamers. This is not a gateway game, but
this one says 90 minutes, and this is the one that's over. Like, this is a 60-minute game, at least for us.
That's an anomaly.
And we did that with the Teach, and then we played it again, and probably 60 or less the second time. So, I don't know. It's not this one, Orleans and Spirit Island. I think they cost too much. Is one of my issues. Like, they're $70, $75 games, and they never come down.
Yeah,
and I get it. They've got a good product. They're not going to reduce their price. I think for the components you have in it and things like that, I think these are. I would be very happy to see these at $50.
Yeah,
I really would. I just think that, and that's what kept me from buying them to try them, because I'm like, okay, you've hit that mark where I'm not willing to go over it.
Yeah,
I'm glad you bought them. I still don't know if I would buy them.
So I bought.
It's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know what that number is at $70 plus. It better be a really good game.
Yeah, it's got to get.
Or
the
I
table
better have a lot of hype about it and just not worry about it.
Yeah, Spirit Island I lucked down on. I saw it on sale and it went cheap on sale, and so I picked that one up. And with this one, I bought this one used. And I had been watching the used and the ding and dents and stuff like that for certain games. And this one, and it included one of the expansions. It was under 40.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, I think I got it for I think it was like $35 for the game. Now, it's not the new reprint. This is not CGE's, print of it, so it's the older one, but I don't think the gameplay is any different, other maybe a little bit of artwork or something like that. Different. But great game. So that is my number 34, Orleans.
You're number 34. So where am I at? 34 is one of Toph's, and we've had some great games of this, and he would destroy me at the beginning, and now I've gotten to the point where I've played it enough where it's definitely a tug of war. And the last time we played it, it was a 4-player game, and everybody was within like a couple points. And it was like, I thought I had it in the bag. I think I got second. So I think you actually didn't place.
What is the game? Tell me. Oh,
Viticulture. Toph is very good at this game. And then when we played it with 4 players, like we all kind of had a little bit different strategy. Mm-hmm. Not that, I mean, you're all doing wine, but like we were able to grab points in different ways that like in most games you don't get to do that. Mm-hmm. And I know like, oh, multiple ways to win. Yeah, but it's not really. Yeah. There's one way that really makes sure you win, and then the other, if other people don't follow you, they're not going to win. But this one, I was really surprised at the end. I'm like, wow, people like came back and had opportunities to do some things. And, you know, Jamon came back and won.
Yeah.
I didn't think he was going to be in the running, and he won.
Yeah. He caught on to this game pretty quick. Yeah. And I'm glad. I'm happy for that.
I mean, like even Asia, I mean,
yeah.
So it was a good game. Like we were all, I think Jamon got all the way past the end of the points. I think I got 20. I maxed out the scoring, and then you and Aisha were right there too. So it was a good game.
Yeah, there's a reason why this is so high of a game, so highly rated of a game. When this is something I will introduce to non-gamers. It is worker placement. It is more challenging, but if you introduce it right, it is easy enough to be able to play. Maybe not be great at strategy, but be able to play as a non-gamer. I was worried because I have played this game quite a number of times. I've played it solo. I've played it competitively with other people. Here I am introducing it, and I never want to be that person that runs away with the game, especially if it's a game that I am introducing to a group. Yeah, if it's just 2 of us, then yeah, we're fighting. But with a gaming group with people I like, I'm going to not want to go that far out there and try to like destroy everybody. And I didn't have to throttle back. So this is a game that I can introduce to non-gamers, or when I bring it to a gaming group like our gaming group, I can introduce it, not feel like I have to throttle and hold back any. And we all, even those that had never played it, were all together throughout the game. And that's one of the reasons I love Stonemaier games, because I think a lot of his games are that way. Man, it's a good one. And it just, it's held the time. I think this was his first game.
Yeah, and this is Viticulture, the Essential Edition. And I know I still haven't played the expansion, which he likes even more. But like, I like this as it is. I don't even need, I understand that might be more fun, but I'm really happy with this game.
Yeah. And that's part of why I haven't brought Tuscany over, because we don't need that expansion. It does add quite a bit to it. It does make it a little bit more fun of a game, but the base game is fantastic.
Yeah, Viticulture is a very good game. Yes. So that's my number 34.
Excellent. Good choice. My number 33 dropped, actually, in my list. If you looked at last year's games ratings, this is one I enjoy solo and with people. I almost think I enjoy it better solo, but the last couple times I've played it with people have been so fun that it's almost like maybe I like it more that way. Unfortunately, the story theme, there's a much better game out there that you will see higher on my list. But this is Elder Sign, Fantasy Flight Games, Elder Sign, a Cthulhu-themed, Cthulhu universe dice chucker. It is Arkham Horror meets Yahtzee. May not sound that fun, but it is. It's a struggle. You're probably going to lose. It's not player elimination until you get to the big boss battle at the very end. So if you lose, you come back as a new character. But it's fun. The story is throughout the whole thing. The expansions, I've started adding in the expansions. They add to it. They take you out of the museum into the streets of Arkham or into kind of other realms. And so it's just a fun game to pull out, sit down and play. I can play it on a TV tray and watch TV at the same time, or I can really get into it, pull it out of the table, and just kind of immerse myself hardcore into the game.
Yeah, and I do this game from the app, and I would sit there and play and curse the app and things. This is better than the app because when you do die in the app, you're like, it starts you over. But this one, you're like, oh, I get another character, and I get to continue to try to roll and defeat the puzzle and things like that. So me and him sat and played it, and I was like, yeah, I'll play it. And then we started playing. I'm like, you mean we don't just start over? You know, that's what I was expecting. And then we kept playing, and just shooting it back and forth and, having a good time talking. And this was a nice puzzle, and you're able to have conversations around it too.
Yeah. And it drives the story pretty well without it having to be so immersive, where you can't do anything else with it. And that's good. You still get some of that theme, but as you know, I'm Cthulhu fan through and through. So, that's a big part of it for me. So
Definitely.
That is my number 33, Elder Sun.
Awesome. So my number 33, we've talked about, and that's Anachrony. So this is a really good game. I want to play this game more, and we'll see where it ends up as I get to play it more. I don't know what else to say. I like the timeline. I like, jumping back and forth and having to pay yourself back from stealing resources from the future. And then the whole map kind of explodes when, Earth explodes, and then you have less places for your workers to go. And, and then Ashby figures out some massive multiplier chaining thing. There's I got 500,000 things and I can do whatever I want for the whole game. But, so
Ashby needs to start a YouTube channel that's just good at
how to cheat.
Well, he doesn't cheat.
He doesn't cheat.
He doesn't cheat at all.
No, it's not how to cheat. Yeah, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
But he's basically, I don't know, he can zero in on things that allow you to just me and Toph sitting there I didn't see that. And then now we're going to have to make sure we deny him of those things in the future.
I'm going to start calling him Rain Man. Yeah. His brain just works. Mm-hmm. It works. I thought I was smart, and then I met Ashby. He keeps me humble.
It's just cute that you think you're smart.
Well, it is what it is.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, that's a good game.
It is a good game. We've already talked about it. Anachrony, the Essential Edition. If you want the miniatures and everything, go for it. But I just bought the base, and it's really nice.
You talked about getting the miniatures, maybe.
I did, but it doesn't change the gameplay. Yeah. It looks cool on the board. And since it's worker placement, it's not I don't know. It's not a dungeon crawl. It's not things that I kind of want miniatures for. So I'm okay with.
Yeah. And maybe if this this is a game that hits your table on a regular basis, then maybe it'd be worth it.
But it is, cool with the miniatures. Mm-hmm. No doubt about it. So that Anachrony is my number 33.
Excellent. My number 32 is Race for the Galaxy.
Good game.
Yeah.
Another one I was glad you bought.
Yeah, right. That was another one I'm glad I bought. Yeah, this has been on my list for a while, but it's kind of been low on the list, and I don't know why it had been low on the list until I played Terraforming Mars Ares Expedition, and I was like, okay, I think the reason why I like Ares Expedition is because of what I will like in this game, and that is the action selection process of it. I definitely do like this better than Ares Expedition. I see the hype. It's not hype. It's a solid game. So when people hype this up, when they talk about this as being such a good game, I understand why. And I think it is good. It's a quicker game.
And it's been around forever.
It's, quite a while. I've thought about Roll for the Galaxy. I'm curious to see how that plays. I know some like it better because it kind of simplifies some of the process a little bit, I think, for them, because the cards, there's so much on them. There's a lot of iconography, but there's a lot on the cards you got to really read. Roll, I think, changes it up, but I like cards more than I like dice. I think this is fantastic.
I really like this. I really liked the tableau I was able to create
and destroy me.
Win.
Yeah. We're gonna change channel to Topher's bad at board games.
Some of them.
So, some of them, not all of them, but some of them. So that's my number 32.
So Race for the Galaxy. All right. So the next one is more for. I like Toph. It's not on his list.
There's a handful he has that are that way.
I like this better than Pandemic. So this is The Loop. I love the art. I love the humor in it. And it's basically a Pandemic and a Rondell. Mm-hmm. And I like this game. I think it's fun. I think it's quirky. Wish we could play it more. I'm not going to get the expansion unless I end up getting to play it more, because I'm like, why buy something when you can't get it to the table? Yeah. So, I still think this is a great game. If you haven't had a chance to play it and you maybe don't like Pandemic, but you kind of see oh, I like that. Oh, I have to react to these things coming out. I've played this solo and enjoyed it. I've played it with 4 people and enjoyed it. It's a cooperative game. So for those that, are trying to get people to like, hey, don't like competition. Then you're all working together on something.
Yeah,
it's a fun game.
The managing the threat aspect is good. The humor in the cards is fantastic.
And did I say the name? The Loop?
The Loop. Yeah.
Okay.
You did actually.
Okay.
You did.
Oh,
yeah.
sure.
Yeah. I've actually thought about picking up the expansion for you if I've seen it on sale and stuff, but same idea. If we're not bringing it to the table, maybe not. This is one I think Aisha loved. If I remember right, back when we had played it. It's been quite a while since we played it, so I'd like to play it again. I definitely entered this into my sorting list. It just didn't make my top 100.
Yeah. So I like the Loop. I really thought I was going to end up being a fanboy of Pandasaurus for a while there because they had the Loop and Dinosaur World, and then there's other games that they've come out with that just hasn't like grabbed me.
Yeah. Some do, some do not. Excellent. So that was your 32.
That's my 32. So we got 2 more games in this list.
Yes. My number 31.
Ta-da!
Clank.
This beat the Hunger. Oh, that's right. You do like this one better than Hunger.
I do. Yeah, we did a comparison series. We did a playthrough of Clank and a playthrough of the Hunger, and then we did our comparison between the two. And for you, Hunger won out, and for me, Clank won out. I like it. I like it a lot. I was a little...
It's a lightweight game.
It's a lightweight game. I was a little gamer snobbish without admitting that I was gamer snobbish. We didn't pick this up for a while. I wanted to, but I was like, it's going to be too lightweight. It's not going to be a game I'm going to like. And then we played it and I was like, I want to go buy a copy for myself. I did not, but it's good. It's good. It's solid deck builder, like straight up deck builder. And then you've got this dungeon crawly adventure that goes into it. So
yeah, it's a good game. And it will get people into the hobby if it's a really good gateway game, I think.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I would put this head to head up with the Hunger based on if you're going to pick one of them. For me, this one won out. For him, it's the Hunger that won out, but both would be great for teaching people.
So it's a good gateway game, but not as good as my game.
My game? Oh, the game that you have is your number 31?
My 31 is an excellent gateway game. Space Base. And this is an excellent gateway game. Any game where everybody's involved. That's not my favorite mechanic, but it makes things so much easier for everybody when they're always involved. No matter if I'm rolling dice or you're rolling dice, you care. And you get to do things on somebody else's turn. Those make games go so much better for everybody else.
Yeah.
Especially with that analysis paralysis or any of those kinds of things. If you get to do something on somebody else's turn, it's probably why, even though TI is like 8-10 hours long, you're getting to do something on somebody else's turn. You might not, those games, bravo to the designers that can pull that off.
Yeah. This is a good game. You
played it a lot.
Yeah. We have. This was
one
that we
played games.
Yeah, we played this on a not weekly basis, but almost weekly basis there for a while with a gaming group.
Yeah. So it was definitely this. Now we've got a really established gaming group now, but when we didn't, it was like, let's play this, see where you're at in gaming, and then ramp you up to the 3.5s and 4s. Yeah. So that's my number 31, Space Base. Just base. I want to get the expansion for this. I just haven't yet.
It's good. It fell for me, and I think because we played it so much, I'm kind of overplayed, but it's a good game. So that is our number 40 to 31.
We're getting closer.
We are getting closer to our top 10 games. Let us know what you think. Again, obviously, Toph lists is the best.
Worst.
So Team Toph all the way
Horrible.
with this. Are you Team Toph or are you Team Brad? Let us know down below in the comments.
They're Team Toph because I've got like one Team Brad so far.
You've had a handful of people that...
No.
Team Toph is winning on this list, and I'm okay with that.
So everybody who voted for Team Toph on the games that were higher on his list that I've now gotten to, I'm going to switch teams.
Yeah, it's kind of hard when we have very similar lists, top 100 list, but let us know down below what your thoughts are. If you enjoy the video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you are not subscribed. Hit that bell because we are soon to put out our top 10 list, and we want you to be notified of that.
Absolutely. It gets tougher and tougher for us the higher we get.
Yeah.
Just remember, no matter how you're playing, whether it's solo, with family, or friends,
enjoy whatever games you are bringing to the table.
Have a great night.
Bye.